What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Loading Podcast. My name is Arthur.
And my name is AJ.
It is February 21st, 2020. We are on episode number 26. Arthur, my boy, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I know you might not be feeling the same way right now, but so how are you feeling?
The important question I gotta ask you right now, right? Besides how you doing, are you warm?
I'm pretty warm. I'm comfy.
All right, good, because recently we've had some very cold weather.
Brick weather
to
alert.
say.
Brick weather alert.
Yo, for all of you people that are listening to this that are in New York City, you know how bad and how cold and chilly it's been getting recently. It's bad. It's bad, dude.
It's like 25 degrees outside right now. I'm not with it. He was like, all right, man, it's time to do the podcast. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm going to have to phone home this one, man. I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it in this brick-ass weather.
Listen, as someone that has to come back home from work at 1 o'clock in the morning, and you know how at night weather gets even more chillier. So the walk in general to go from where I work to the train station was so ridiculously cold that I told you this, right? I had 2 layers of thermals, my work shirt, my jacket that, by the way, is incredibly like fat and is supposed to help maintain your heat inside your body while blocking out the wind, a scarf, a freaking beanie alongside my backpack, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I still felt so cold. Like, it's insane.
You're the man. Man was walking around the streets of NYC looking like a damn Eskimo, like he belonged in an igloo.
Damn straight. Yo, I don't know how these Eskimos, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how, do they feel warmed or something? Because I don't.
Listen, I don't know, man, but all I know is I'm ready to get into today's episode. Are you ready to get into today's episode, man? Episode 26.
You already know me. Of course I am, dude.
Bruh. All right, so before we even get into all that, I got to ask you, like, what have you been playing? What have you been up to? Gaming-wise? What have you been watching anime-wise? What's up with that?
All right, so listen here, right? So, unfortunately, I haven't been really playing too much games because I've had things that I've had to take care of regarding school, work. But in the free time that I do have, I've been playing through Doom, the 2016 version, because I never played it before. And now that I have PlayStation Now, and it has a select host of PS4 games, Doom is one of them. So I'm like, oh, you know what? I never played it, and I was always curious about the game, so I'm like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. And I gotta say, the game is incredibly fun. Like, there's something incredibly satisfying about taking a double-barrel shotgun, blowing some fat alien's head clean off, and then taking like a freaking Gauss rifle and exploding like 3 other fucking demons.
Yeah, Doom was pretty fun. Doom was pretty fun. I'm not gonna hold you. I played the demo a while back. I never got around to it. I might pick it up. If I pick it up though, I would have to like pick it up on. I wouldn't want to pick it up on Switch. I would say I would just want to wait for that price to drop just a little bit more, because you know Nintendo likes to wild out. When games come over to Switch, you're just like, oh wow, you can pick it up for like $5 in a bargain bin somewhere. Nintendo's like, nope, $60.
$60, boy. And if it's indie game, yo, like, you know how I think Cuphead is like $15 on Xbox and PC. Yo, that shit's $20 on Switch. $5 extra, please. That
Nintendo tax, they be taxing out here.
Yeah, you want to get on their system, you got to pay that tax, boy. Mm-hmm. But yeah, besides that, I've been playing a little bit of the original Devil May Cry the original Devil May Cry, because I have the collection that I've also been playing. Definitely, I don't know. I think I was talking about this last podcast or in the last episode, but it definitely feels like a game from 2001, and I am close to beating it now. And I'm kind of curious to see how Devil May Cry 2 is, because I know a lot of people say that game isn't as good as 1 or even 3. But besides that, yeah, that's really all I've been playing. What have you been up to, though? What games have you been playing?
As of late, I've been on a lot of stuff. I've been playing on my Switch a whole lot. In fact, I've been playing a whole lot of Dauntless. Dauntless is like that free-to-play. It's kind of like Monster Hunter game. I'm playing that a
I
lot.
know which one that.
Yeah, it's a fun time killer on the Switch. You know what I mean? It's not that bad. But hey, I've been playing that. I've been playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the homie.
Yes.
Shouts out to the homie for slinging me that free copy. I appreciate that. To borrow for a little bit. Let's just say I'm really glad he borrowed. All right,
what makes you say that? Like give me like a, you know what I'm saying? Give me like an early impressions.
I didn't run that check up one time. It's not a bad game. It's decent. You know what I mean? Like I feel like it's just one of those games. You know what I mean? Those games where it's like, there's like a loading screen when you're not in the fight. Mm-hmm. There's a loading screen every like minute, 2 minutes. Because you're doing things constantly, and you have to go back between worlds. I guess it's like a semi-open world. I guess you can say a lot of parts are like separate. Actually, each town is locked behind like a 20-second loading screen. So so it's like if you gotta, for instance, say like if you're doing something like catching the Dragon Balls, you would have to go to 7 different cities. That's 7 different loading screens that take like 20 seconds each. You know what I'm saying? Do quick maps. You're staring at a loading screen for a long ass time, essentially. Yeah, but besides that, the story aspect of Dragon Ball Kakarot is hit or miss. If you're a hardcore fan, you're not gonna like the story because they cut a lot of corners and they leave a lot of shit out that happens, like key shit that happens.
Really?
Like say like the Final Flash is not in this game at all. The Final Flash is not in this game at all. There's some other things that it's missing in terms of story.
Yeah.
Like when Trunks came back, Trunks and King Cole, they didn't have any sort of interaction. Like where I don't know if you've seen the scene where Trunks comes to Earth from the future to kill Frieza and his dad, and basically King Cole was like, "Yo, bro, let me." You know how villains do it, like, "Oh, let me see your sword real quick. It must have so much power." And then he gives him a sword, and then he just like beats him without even using his own weapon, and then pretty much then he kills him. In the game, he's just like, nope, you're dead now. Yeah, they cut corners, and I can tell that they cut corners because this semi-open world is like empty. There's not anything to do in this world. The side missions, for the most part, they're all the same. Go here, do this, collect this item, return this to that person, do that. You know what I'm saying? Hunt for this or look for, you know, it's hit or miss. Like, and the little things that they do have, they're not even really that interesting. Like, you can actually go hunt in this game. You can hunt deer. You can hunt deer. You can hunt dinosaurs. You can fish. You can go to campfires that make dishes out of it that give you stat boosts and different things. There's some depth to it, but like for the most part, the open world is the semi-open world is pretty just empty and lifeless. You know what I mean? Those you can't hunt in like any area. There are specific areas that are labeled. They're like, oh, these are hunting areas, or oh, these are dinosaur hunting areas, so I can go kill a dinosaur and go get some food. Or oh, there's one of Frieza's alien ships, or like a red ribbon tower that I can go destroy. But for the most part, there's not really anything else that you can do in the open world.
So you know how sounds. Yeah, what I was gonna say is that you know how it sounds like the open world became like an afterthought, you know, like they were trying to first focus on the story and the gameplay, and then they just sort of decided, okay, well, we can make this into like, you know, a JRPG where they can explore the world, but we're kind of getting close to release dates, so let's just do the bare minimum that a JRPG, like, you know, has to check off. Like, you have your open world, you have your side missions, let's throw in a little bit of crafting, some hunting, because we all know people like that, especially for Final Fantasy. You have that. It's almost as if like they follow a list.
Yeah, I can get to some positives though, because I do have 30 hours in the game, so I do.
Jesus Christ!
I don't think the game is like bad or anything. It's just definitely not worth no $60 in my opinion. You can catch this for like $20 if you're a Dragon Ball fan, or even $30. Definitely pick it up. You know what I mean? But in terms of positives, the art style is great. The voice acting is great. The art design is nice. I like how just I like how the open world looks. I just don't like how empty it is.
Yeah.
In terms of things you can do in the actual game, after you beat the story, I'm not really sure how much interest is going to be there. The game story is quite long though, so that's kind of nice. You know what I mean? Like, I'm at the last arc of the game, and I'm already like 30 plus hours into it, and I've barely done any side quests. So.
Oh, okay. Then at least you get like you get like a good value, I guess you could say, like in terms of game time.
That is if you want to hear the story of Dragon Ball Z repeated to you for like the upteenth time, then yeah, I guess.
All right, so then let me ask this question to you. Say, for example, like a person like me that hasn't really watched Dragon Ball. I from what you guys have told me, from what I've seen on YouTube, and how Fighters has helped me understand the story of Dragon Ball Z. But like, say for example, if I didn't, would Kakarot be a good way to get myself into Dragon Ball Z?
I guess.
Like, do you think there's better ways? Besides a person having to sit down and watch.
What do you consider a better way? Like a 13-volume DVD set?
All right, like, you know, all right. Let me compare it to like this. All right. So the Naruto Storm games.
Yeah.
If you play their story mode,
it's like, not that. it's not that.
Yeah, it's not
like
that.
I haven't. Don't get me wrong. I haven't watched Shippuden episode for episode up until the very end, but I'm pretty sure. Like, I mean, but you've played all of them, so you can tell me. Do they cut corners in the story at all?
They cut a lot of. Well, first they cut off the filler. There's absolutely no filler besides whatever the game has.
But like,
store.
Did they cut anything like like big? Like big to the point where like it actually affects the overall quality of the game? Because that's what it does in this game. Like,
I think they've cut things that really. Like, there are certain parts, I think, in the Storm games, especially the story, where certain things like events happen that they don't show that happens in the anime and manga.
Okay, so yeah, for more or less, I would agree with you in that statement that it's more so like the Storm games because it was developed by the same people. But one thing that I will say, another major critique, even though I've said some positives, I said some negatives, I got to give one more critique. This game feels like it should have came out in 2013 on the Xbox 360.
What makes you say that then?
It just feels like a last gen game to me. When it comes to like the open world, there are invisible walls in certain areas. Like, say, like in Master Roshi's house, you can't actually go into Master Roshi's house, but more than like the first floor. But there's like an ominous hall that's staring right at you, and you try to go into it, and it's just like, oh, it's an invisible wall, or it's just certain things. Certain things about the game just like point out to me is like, damn, this is like so last gen.
Yeah. Okay. I can understand that then.
Yeah, but overall, I wouldn't say this is a bad game or this is like a trash game. It's very. You have to be a Dragon Ball fan to really get into this game and enjoy this game. So if you are slightly interested in Dragon Ball, I'd recommend this game when the price drops down quite significantly. I wouldn't advise you to go spend $60 on this game and probably get like maybe 30, maybe 40 hours out of the game, and then beat the story and then have nothing left to show for it. You know? But yeah.
Yeah. So I think it just goes down to what do you expect to get from this game. Like, if you're a Dragon Ball fan, right, like you say, and you've already experienced Dragon Ball Z, like you said, this is the upteenth time that you've seen the story of Goku. Like, if you're expecting something different, like something that Xenoverse can offer, like, you know, its old time travel story where it rewrites certain events, then maybe it's not worth it unless you're just that big of a fan of the series. But in and of itself, it's still not a bad game.
Yeah,
like, it could have been a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah, it was fun, like, to get a refresher, just like seeing it again or seeing the way that they've done it this way. Just because I just like, was it CyberConnect? CyberConnect, right? That's the company that did this.
Yes.
I just like the way CyberConnect makes their video games look. They just know how to make that shit look good. Like, shouts out to Storm 4, and you know what I mean. They just do it really right. So a lot of that can be forgiven, I guess, if you are a huge fan of Dragon Ball. But overall, I still feel like this game is not worth 60. Definitely not.
Okay, fair enough. All right, because I was curious about the game, but I wasn't sure if it was gonna keep my interests high while I played it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
sure.
Yeah, I'm about to ask the person that let you borrow it. Yo, let me borrow that shit afterwards. I paid $60 for that shit.
Yeah, this it was a good attempt. I feel like if if this IP was in the hands of a better gaming company, I feel like they could have done it a lot better. Though.
Yeah. All right.
No disrespect to CyberConnect 2 though. They do fighting games. I didn't really expect this from them.
Yeah, true. All right. Well, moving away from that topic, but still on the subject of anime. So it's been a while since we've actually taken the time to look at an anime list that's coming up in the next season. So
indeed, it has.
I think it's time, because me and you both saw the spring 2020 anime list, right?
Yeah, what's up with it?
So, I'm gonna ask you, out of all the stuff that we've seen, which one strikes your or catches your eye? It can be both for good and bad reasons.
Well, okay, so
because I know there's some here that I find hilarious.
Well, I'm pretty sure this isn't the last of the list, but we're probably gonna get more anime being announced as the month comes to the close. And March starts up, and maybe even some in April we'll get some announcements for. But what I really am excited for, I just saw the first 2 rows of this on the site, and I just instantly got excited because I forgot about a lot of these shows. The first one being Kaguya-sama, which we've actually reviewed on this very podcast. Yes. What was it like 20 episodes ago?
It was one of the beginning episodes where we talked about it.
One of the first episodes we did, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember me in particular having very positive things to say about this anime. And
it was episode 3. What are you talking about? Go back to episode 3 if you want to. We're on episode 26 now. God, you know what I'm saying? Hey.
God, dude, right.
23 episodes later.
Yo, Jesus Christ, you put that into perspective, and it's already like, Jesus Christ, we're already at that point. We're at episode 26.
Yeah, so Kaguya-sama Season 2 is coming back. If you want to check out a review, go listen to episode 3 of the Loading Podcast, you know what I'm saying? Hosted everywhere you can find podcasts, including Apple Podcasts, iTunes, you know what I'm saying? Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio.
Oh, yo, you try
and YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Also, feel free to rate us 5 stars on iTunes. We usually say this at the end, but we got to say it in the middle too, because you know what I'm saying? Not everybody gonna make it to the end, so let these niggas know right now.
Yo,
you get that 5-star rating, you dig? All right, cool.
Yo, listen to the whole thing. That's all I'm saying. But yes.
Anyway, Kaguya-sama Season 2.
Yo, this man plugged it at the middle of the episode. God bless.
You're goddamn right, I did it. I'll do it again.
Wait, all right, moving away from that.
5-star, please. Thank you.
Yo,
right.
My guy. All right, you see this one, right? It's the one that you tried to pronounce and failed at first. I want
fuck
you
that.
to...
No, fuck that. I don't want to do that again.
No.
We gotta talk about the more interesting shit.
No. I just want you to say it real quick for me because this shit's hilarious. Yo, come on. Tell the people, right. My boy. Come on.
All right. Please do not get upset at my pronunciation. But the name of the show is called. Keep in mind, this is my third attempt trying to say this.
Yeah.
Yahari ore. Wait, motherfucker, shut up. I'm giving you what you like. Yahari ore no seishun love comedy wa machigateru kan. There you go. There you go. Are you happy? Happy motherfucker?
I'm fucking ecstatic, dude.
Anyways, I've never heard of this show, but what I really want to talk about, move that to the side, ReZero Season 2. I fuck with ReZero. That's one of my favorite shows of like the last recent memory, honestly.
So fun fact, I've never watched ReZero.
Really?
I am dead serious when I say that I have not watched ReZero yet.
You should probably watch it, dude.
I know. I will get to it eventually. But you see, there's an anime called Gintama that's taking up a lot of my fucking time right now. when it comes to watching anime.
Gintama has 500 episodes. This one has like, I think like 20 or something.
Yeah, but they're funny.
Odd. Okay.
Yo, they're funny, my guy. Yo, they're a blast to watch, and it's getting good.
That don't sound like a me problem. I don't know. I don't know where you get that from.
What I'm trying to say is that that right now, when I want to watch an anime, I watch that. You know what I'm saying? And also My Hero, which is still going on, but you know, I'll get to ReZero eventually, my guy. But
yeah, we have to give an update on My Hero. Honestly, I haven't watched like the last 2 episodes, so I'm kind of behind.
All you have to, I haven't watched the latest episode, but what was the last one you left off on when they had to impress the kids?
No spoil shit for me.
Well, you said 2 episodes ago, and that was 2 episodes
ago. The one where Night Eye died. I don't know, bro.
God. So you haven't watched anything from the new season then?
What? Night Eye died like 2 or 3 episodes ago when he was in the hospital.
Bro, it's been 4 episodes.
The one he was in the hospital, that was like 2 or 3 episodes ago.
That was 4 episodes ago.
No, that wasn't.
At most, it had to have been 3.
Who cares, bro? That's the last time I watched. Just get over it.
All right, then. All right, well, not much has been happening except for the. Well, I won't even spoil it. I'll just let you find out for yourself.
Thank you.
Moving on. Hey! It wasn't as bad as when I accidentally spoiled a big part of My Hero to Jose for an accident. It was a big accident that I forgot that he hasn't watched it. And then when I said the fact that Deku gets 100% of his power, and he legit had that actual annoyed face and tone in his voice. I felt so regretful at that moment. I'm like, oh. Fuck.
Oh well, nigga, we got more anime coming spring 2020. Let's keep going.
Yeah, you're right.
Fifth season of what's the show called? Food Wars.
Oh yeah, Shokugeki no Soba. Have you watched any of it before?
No, but it looks interesting. Nice animation. All right, moving on. All right.
Yeah. Can I just say, Fruits Basket?
Have you watched it before?
Season? No, I haven't.
You watched
the
Fruits
only
Basket?
person I know that has watched it is Joel. And that's it.
What's the show about? Fruit Basket.
Fruits Basket. As far as I know, I just like to say it because it's like a harem, I guess.
Harem.
Harem in the sense it's a girl that moves in, I think, into a house with boys. So, as far as I know.
So why is the show called Fruits Basket though? Are all the boys trying to give her like?
I don't fucking know.
Wait, listen. Are all the boys trying to give her like edible arrangements or something? Is that why it's called Fruits Baskets? Like what the fuck?
Yo, you see one of the guys with like silver hair just comes up and brings her a fucking like beautiful melon basket in the shape of her. Or some stupid shit like that. No.
Whatever. What other anime we got going on? All right, edible arrangements and baskets. All right, whatever you say.
For those of you,
Sword Art Online.
Yeah. God damn, I was trying to introduce it, my nigga, but then you got to be like that. All right, then. Yeah, for those of you that still like to watch Sword Art Online, I don't know why you would, but hey, Actualization War of the Underworld 2nd season is going to be happening this spring, so yay. I stopped watching after 1st season because it was just it got terrible. As my manager likes to say, it became waifu wars.
I will still stand by this point. We used to have this discussion years back.
Yes.
So I'll rephrase this point one more time for the podcast now that we're on this platform. I will stand by the statement that the 1st season of Sword Art Online was okay. It was decent. Mm-hmm. But the 2nd season, that's where you lost me. And when I mean my 1st season, I mean like technically the first 24 episodes.
Yeah.
However, it goes on Netflix. I don't know if people consider 12 episodes a season because when they got out of the fucking game and they switched to another game or whatever.
I think it depends on
the first 24 episodes weren't that bad. When you got to season 2 and shit, and you started getting into that other game, I couldn't rock with it, man.
Mm-hmm, fair enough. I just dropped it because I like after what was it, episode 3?
Episode 3?
No. Well, like when the time when like Kirito started to just gain like so fucking. He became so broken to a point.
You watched until episode 3.
Yeah, I'm straight. I did.
What the fuck is wrong with you? This nigga.
I did not like it.
All right,
I didn't like it.
This man just doesn't finish his anime, I guess. This nigga only watches Gintama.
Yo, I did not like Sword Art at all.
All right.
Yo.
All right. The first few episodes was kind of hype to me, man. Because I don't like the sometimes I don't like the whole grinding shit, bro. I'm just like get to the fucking action. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Sometimes I don't need 8 episodes of composition. Your character design is shit. You don't look that interesting.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just leave it at that. just get to that.
All right, then for this, let's leave it at that. That's
all right. You want to watch Yu-Gi-Oh? You want to watch the new Yu-Gi-Oh episode?
Yo, first they were, you know what happened with Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, after GX, these niggas were on fucking motorcycles.
I don't know.
Then they were in space.
Wait, niggas was Fast and Furious?
Yo, Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds, my boy. These niggas were racing while they were dueling. It's the funniest shit. Yo, and then they went into space.
It's been a long day.
Then they went into space, my boy.
And then they went into fucking space.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Whatever.
Yo, all right. Anyway,
dude, when is Yugi coming back? That's what I want to know. Fuck all these niggas, bro.
They ain't coming back, my guy. They're not.
The show is called Yu-Gi-Oh. Like,
yeah.
Alright, anyway. Whatever. It doesn't look like there's anything else happening with this anime going on. But
listen, No Guns Life, 2nd season. Oh Jesus Christ! I had a brain fart right there.
Never heard of it.
No Guns Life. I think I told you it before. Back in fall, it's basically a guy that has a gun for a head in a post-apocalyptic world.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. I don't know if I remember this.
It's a man. I think when we were talking about fall 2019 anime, I was talking to you about it because it looked like a show that I was interested in.
So,
yeah, it's a guy that has a gun for a head. That's literally the premise of the show.
Is it like action or is it just like a slice of life as this guy tries to live his normal life with
it's action
with a fucking M4 at the forehead?
Yeah, motherfucker just casually has an AK-47 as a head.
But like it's a turtleneck. He's wearing a turtleneck. So like,
all right. This is the point.
It just goes up a little bit more.
This is the part. This is the part where I tell you to shut the fuck up. All right, you're getting way too into it now. Oh my god! But it's action and post-apocalyptic.
Oh god! Now I'm thinking about like Steve Jobs with like a fucking. Because Steve Jobs really wears those. He really had the fire turtlenecks too.
Yo, what was that song for SpongeBob? The best kind of sweater. Or what was that fucking song?
Alright, I'm over it. I'm over it now.
Oh, you bitch! As soon as I get into
it, the
best
kind of sweater is something. I forget, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's something like that. All right, moving on.
Yeah, I don't.
Got
is that? I'm pretty sure that's all the anime that's.
No.
I mean,
there's one
not
more.
all of them, but that's not all. These are all the ones. Don't you mention this fucking chiseled bastard?
Listen, all right. So it's an anime called Olympia Kyclos. Yo, my boy is studded out. Yo, wait, what's his name? Demetrios.
Okay, we got to give this one a little bit more context because I read the description for you off camera.
Yes.
And we were just cracking up.
Yeah.
This is kind of like, some kind of like weird isekai shit.
Yeah.
Where a vase painter in Greece basically is transported to the fucking Tokyo, Japan Summer Olympics in 1964.
Yo, that's such a weird premise.
I can't make this shit up.
Well, if there's one thing I guess anime does is they'll think of stories out in left field for all we know.
Yep.
Like, what in what world do you think of putting ancient Greek architecture with Tokyo Summer Olympics? Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, good point.
Oh my god! And actually, speaking of Olympics, I just remembered that this year is going to be the Olympics that's going to be taking place in Japan, isn't it? This is like a quick side thought. Yeah, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not
but
bad.
Yeah. All right, some of these animes are okay, I guess. I'm probably not gonna watch most of them.
Yeah, to be honest, only 2 really interest me, and that's gonna be Kaguya-sama and ReZero if I catch up with the show, which I most likely.
But he's not gonna watch any of them. No, he's not. He's gonna keep watching Gintama.
I will watch ReZero. Don't worry, you fuck.
Nope. All right, cap.
Yo, watch, yo. When it comes out, yo, I'm gonna watch that shit, and I'll have it already. I'll have season 1 already done. Bet. All right.
Hey man, you're gonna have to prove it with action, not words. I don't.
And I will prove it with action.
Whatever you say.
Motherfucker.
Anyways. I think that's about it. I don't think we got any more news.
No, unfortunately, when it comes to the gaming news, it's been very dry recently.
Yeah, it has been really dry, but we're gonna call it here. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here, right?
Yeah, I think we're gonna call it here.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and do the wrap up then, guys. If you enjoyed
the proper
today's
time
episode,
that you can actually freaking.
I have to get my shit off, so because they need to know. They need to know that you can rate this podcast 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Wait. Let me talk my shit. Wait, let me do the outro, my guy.
All right,
you got something you want to add? You want to contribute something?
Yeah, well, yo, I do want to add something. Yo, why don't you say this at the beginning of the podcast then, my guy?
That's a good point.
All right.
That's a good
now
point. Maybe I will.
Fucking wrap up.
Maybe I will.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Yeah, this podcast is something else. But hey, maybe you should rate it 5 stars on Apple.
Damn. Quality content you will not get anywhere else.
Rate it 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, please, because it helps the channel. Not only the channel helps the podcast grow, the show grow, helps get out to more people, helps us go up in the algorithms, and just overall, it just feel good to know that people like, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you rate it 5 stars. Make sure you rate it 5 stars. And make sure you check it out wherever you're listening to. If you're listening on Spotify, Anchor, Stitcher Radio, YouTube, the video version on YouTube comes out every single Monday morning at 9 a.m. And you can check out the audio every single Saturday at 9 a.m. I believe you can find my socials at Aaron Ryder. You can find everything there. You can find the podcast, my Instagram, my Twitter, my director work, my music video work, all that. And you can find my man over here at.
Yo, you can find me at Arthur ASP at most platforms on Instagram, Snapchat, freaking YouTube, I think. I have that's my thing on YouTube. You can also find me on Twitch at Flying Rye, where I stream some games, mostly League of Legends, sometimes Smash Bros. It really depends on what I'm feeling that day. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, guys. Make sure you do all that. Rate the podcast 5 stars. Once more, thank you. I will keep saying that until we actually get 5 stars on.
Yo, make sure you rate. Make sure you rate us 5 stars. Otherwise, you're about to get fucking fucking Bill Gates coming at you with a collar and AK-47 on his collar.
Yeah, what he said. Anyways, guys, this has been episode 26 of the Loading Podcast. My name is AJ.
And my name is Arthur.
And y'all have a damn good one. All right.
All right. Take care, people.